So somebody asked me recently, what's the heaviest projectile you could use with black powder 45 Colt? Now, personally, the heaviest I've ever tried is a 300 grain lead flat point with 35 grains of 3F, and that works really well. But I got to thinking that maybe we could use one of these 405 grain projectiles from a 4570. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do with these is size these down, because any 4570 projectile is typically 459, 458. So I melted the lube off of them and I sized them down with my handy dandy Lee sizer die, and I sized them to 452. Now, after just taking a look at them, I could see that about 25 grains is about all we're going to be able to fit when we're squeezing this big old projectile in there. So that might not seem like a lot, but since we're using such a heavy projectile, it might do strange things. So here's how we did it. Okay, so I have all of my cases charged with 25 grains of 3F Swiss. I have my projectiles all lubed with our homemade black powder lube. Let's see how they do. About it. Now let's see if it'll actually chamber. The only one it doesn't work in is my single action army, because the projectile actually hangs out the front, so it won't be able to turn. But in my Walker conversion, my Dragoon conversion, and my Ruger Blackhawk Bisley, they all work. So here's my Bisley, just so I can prove it to you. There's one, spins around easy, no issue, no problem. This is my Walker conversion cylinder, and they fit in there, no problem. All right, so we have our 45 Colt. These are 25 grains of 3F Swiss with a 405 grain 4570 projectile, sized down to 452. We got some pumpkins left over from Halloween. I bet you these are gonna shoot a little high.
Whoa!
Did it go over? It must have.
Yeah, it went over. Oh. No, I guess not.
Alright, let me aim right at it, see what happens. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a foot high.
That's a serious round. I think you got one left.
No, I only put 3 in there.
There.
Let's see what they look like. They look swell.
Yeah. No cracking, nasty expansion,
Boy,
no bulging.
It flattens those primers out pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little more pressure than
Recommended.
you'd want for an open top, you know. Let's see if I can shoot one of these things. There we go. Yeah, okay. 8 inches high. Yeah, that flattens those primers off pretty good. I don't know that I want to shoot those in an open top.
Yeah, no way. A little sketchy.
But not loud at all.
No.
Not loud at all. And
But
has
holy
pretty good recoil.
it digs a hole in the ground.
25 grains of powder. Not too impressive.
Yeah, but look
Of
at
course, it's probably only moving 500 or 600 feet per second.
look at the hole in the ground behind it.
Digs a big old trench. There. Take that. All right. Well, next we'll take them out to the pasture and see how they do in the marlin, and what kind of velocities we get and how they group. Besides, you know, shooting really high. Oh man, look at these good 45 Colt cases somebody left out here.
Oh, wow. You can tell because they get the
Yeah,
green on them.
they're black powder ones too. Shame on me.
Yep.
All right, cool. I want to show you what I'm talking about as far as the primers go. Now you can look at these primers, and both of these were those loads we just tested. And you can see that those primers are flattened off really good. They're not still bulbous or round. They are pretty damn flat. Now this here was a smokeless load. This was probably 7 grains of Trail Boss and a 200 grain flat point versus these 4570 wannabes that we just tried. And you can see how that's rounded and these ones are not, which is an indication that it's a pretty high pressure load. For example, here's a 44 mag case, and you can see that the primers look very similar. In fact, the 45 Colt ones might even be flattened off more. That's concerning. And then here is a 357, and this was just a Plinkin load. I think it was some kind of red dot, but nothing super serious. And as you can see, it's still quite round compared to these black powder ones that we tried, which are very flat. So I'm a little nervous about trying it through any of the open tops like the Dragoon or the Walker. So we'll see how it goes. So other than the primers, they look like they should work okay. They definitely shoot high, which is pretty much what I was expecting. But they didn't do anything concerning. Not that I would really expect that from a black powder round, but like those primers, that's a good indication that it's some seriously high pressure. So just because the powder charge may be light, like 25 grains, you're moving a projectile that is considerably heavier than anything you would normally have in a 45 Colt, which is going to build a lot of pressure, but they burn pretty clean. And so we're going to take them out to the pasture next, and we'll put them on paper and we'll chronograph them and see how they do. And we'll try them through the Marlin as well. I'm still a little nervous about trying them through any of the open tops. I don't run anything that high of pressure. In fact, the only time I really see primers flattened off like that is with some really hot smokeless loads. Even my hot black powder loads don't flatten primers off like that. So we'll see how it goes. So until then, if you thought this video didn't suck, do me a favor and hit the like button, consider subscribing. And if you did think it sucked, well, then go make your own damn video.